Hello guys, welcome back to the final part of this video, from 100 to 50 toys. Okay, so Builderman. Builderman personally I would say is not a bad toy to start off with, and I believe this is one of the starter toys you start off with. It's actually a very good strong toy to start off with. It's not as good as some toys, but he can be good for new players, and he can be quite good at stalling the boss when you need him to be stalled. Not an endless runner, but it is a normal runner. Okay, Cardboard Crusader. This toy, I just don't know why it's even in the game, personally. I see no one ever using this. It could be potentially good because obviously it protects you against negative effects, but even then I don't see the point in this toy personally, especially how much it costs. Look how much it costs. 5,000 just to increase it by 1. That's ridiculous, especially how cheap this toy actually is here. It's personally, I'd say that's a bit of a rip-off. Okay, Guest Skill is a very strong toy in my opinion, and I do like using her. As you can see, the more Guest Skills you use, the more she dazes the enemy for longer, and can be quite good in certain situations. Her ability is very cheap to upgrade as well, and it's quite short, her cooldown. I think it did get nerfed because of how quick her cooldown was before. But even that, it still makes this toy very good for a starter toy if new players are like wanting a decent toy to go with as a support toy. Not an endless runner. It could be an endless runner if you have the right strap, but more of a normal runner. Okay, Lava. Lava is actually a very good toy to go with. I really do like using this toy. Lava is actually probably one of the most useful toys in my opinion. That's quite cheap in trapping enemies, and the more you upgrade it, the more enemies it traps, and you deal double damage easily with it, and it locks any enemies in place as long as it's not the boss or anything like that until the enemies are killed. So it is quite a good lockdown toy to have. I feel like the pricing as well is fairly cheap for this and can be quite good. More of a normal runner than an endless runner again, I think, just because I haven't really found a good strat to complement with this on endless. Okay, RG Bibu. This toy, I don't really understand this toy at all personally. If you upgrade it enough, it can be good because of its ground pound ability, and it knocks back enemies quite a bit from the pushback. It's also very short cooldown, I believe, as well, unless if this has been nerfed. And the range is always increases as well per upgrade. So yes, I would say that's a good toy to go with as well. More of a beginner toy than a endless toy in my opinion, and a very early game toy. Nurses are an all-rounder toy in my opinion. Some people use them for endless runs, other people don't use them for endless runs. But this toy, considering how cheap it is used for high-end games and low-end games. And I would recommend getting this at some point if you really do need a healer for some weird reason for a strat that you're doing. So yes, I would say more of an endless runner than a normal runner, but even in some normal runner modes you can use a healer to support you. cstards, yes, another great toy. This used to be very overpowered in endless, and it still is. The only reason I say this is still very overpowered in endless mode is because it reduces all the enemy's speed by 90%, and it saves your butt so much in endless mode when you need to slow them down enough. And obviously as well, you get more and more range. Depending on the map, you only really need to upgrade this toy to level 20. Then you should have enough range. So more of an endless runner than a normal runner. Classic noob. Okay. Classic noob, I would say is okay. He's not great. I feel like possibly if you invest in his ability enough, it could be good because his ability is quite short on the cooldown. So I feel like his damage and its range is fairly good considering its price. And you can see the whole map really easily if you just upgrade him enough. But overall, I would say he's not worth investing in because you won't deal a lot of damage if you're just relying on the ability. Despacito. Okay, Despacito Spider is actually a good toy to go with. He's very, very good once you get his ability upgraded enough to stall all enemies on the map. I feel like it could be better though, but this is just mainly for a staller strat. This is so more of a, well, both really. You could use this for both, but I would say it's probably more leaning towards endless than normal, but depends on your setup again. Okay, Hero Captain. This toy, I wouldn't say is worth even going with at the minute. There needs to be more hero toys in my opinion. Yes, this gives you more damage the more you have of these stacked, but even then the damage is so poor that it's not even worth investing in. The only thing that kind of balances this toy out is the amount of damage it gives you per upgrade, but even then it's still not worth it, guys. So avoid this toy, not worth it. MOTG Warrior, this toy can be good once you've upgraded it enough due to its speed, and is very, very overpowered only once you upgrade this enough or put enough investment in it. But the range is pretty bad though on it, that's the only downfall. I used to use this toy a long time ago when I first started, and it used to win me battles so easily with using this toy. Mr. Robot, one word for this, useless. The ability is so bad. This ability doesn't even show that it upgrades, but it does. It's very broken, it's weird, but if you're going to upgrade the ability in this, you need to have a damage boost as well, because there's no damage boost on this toy, so it's so weak that it's not even worth investing in. Okay, Shedless Sky. Oh, how have you pronounced that? This toy was very overpowered when before the nerf, as the ability range would always increase. Now the only thing that it does is increases the damage. I feel like the damage compared to the upgrade cost is a bit of a rip off for this toy, seeing of the poor range on it. But can be okay to use. Not an endless runner, but a normal runner if you really want to use it. TG Booker is one of the most useless toys I've ever used in this game. It's so bad that it's not even worth investing in at all. It's just utterly garbage. No one uses it, and even its abilities are just so bad that it's just terrible. So avoid this completely, guys, because it's just utterly rubbish. And then the last one, the Tix Fan. I do like this one. I don't use it though, but I feel like this could have potential if you really want to invest in it. Only because his abilities are cheap and his damage is fairly good, and it always increases the range as well. Plus, with this toy as well, you don't have to wait till a new wave before you earn cash. You will always earn cash after a certain amount fixed time, which I find that quite good. Even though it only gives you 300 per after a certain amount of time, it still can be quite good. So with that being said, guys, if I had to choose between an endless run or a normal run, I would say this is more of a normal run, unless if you have a good endless run build to complement with this toy. But I hope you found this useful, and I hope you make the most of which toys to invest in and which ones to avoid, and possibly which toys to even try out in endless and ones just to try out in normal. So if you like this and you want more things like this, or even me doing more strats again, then let me know down in the comments of what you're looking for, and I will try and do that when I have time. Cheers guys, see ya.